It's summer, and what better way to celebrate the sun beaming than going outside? Just kidding, we're going to talk about video games as usual instead. I always feel like summer is one of those seasons that you can strongly pair pieces of art to, whether it be a movie, a record, or in this case, a video game. So I wanted to celebrate a few games that, for me, are certified summer classics. You could play them during the summer to match the weather outdoors, or chuck them on during winter to escape back into sunny days. This one goes without saying, but Super Mario Sunshine is a game I will always hold fond memories of playing during the summer season. This is a red-hot summer banger. While other Mario titles offer distinct, disconnected worlds with a lot of variety, like ice level, forest level, fire level, etc., Super Mario Sunshine is set on the singular tropical location of Isle Delfino, an Italian-inspired holiday destination for Mario and co. I love how well realized this dolphin-shaped island setting is. Each level has various points where the others are visible in the background. It really adds so much character to the setting and as such the whole game. You can properly get a feel for the island as a whole, taking in the geography and allowing the levels to feel more interconnected than most other platformers. Like from this point in Bianco Hills, you can see Rico Harbor, Pina Park, and even Delfino Plaza, and vice versa. Especially for the time when this game was released, before the open world and long draw distances became commonplace. This sense of being able to get an idea of your position relative to other levels adds an immersive layer to the game. These new Pianta characters introduced are fantastic too. I love these goofy looking guys with some all-timer voices. They're a great take on a tropical Mario character. Sunshine's big new mechanic is even summer feeling, with the Flood water cannon backpack being used to spray water and clean up this neon goop and graffiti. You can create your own water slides, and all the levels can turn into these water park style playgrounds if you get a little creative. It's a rewarding moveset to get to grips with. I always love being able to belly slide down the streams of water. I can't help but think back fondly on GameCube-era Nintendo beyond my own personal nostalgic attachment, since they really were unafraid to be innovative and weird in more in-your-face ways. Like expanding Mario's acrobatic moveset with a water cannon feels so novel, even today. It's such a left-field step forward from the already groundbreaking Super Mario 64. The constant featuring of water also gives the game this refreshing feel, pairing with the sun-baked levels. You're never too far away from somewhere to cool down and refill the Flood backpack. Changing the power stars into shine sprites is a great way of theming the game around the summer, and you can even get Mario a pair of sunglasses and a Hawaiian-themed shirt to complete the dad on holiday look. This game's levels take inspiration from various holiday locations and feel fairly tangible as locations on a resort island, with a mix of natural beauty and commercial operations like hotels, markets, or a theme park. I have to shout out Serena Beach first. Even though most of that level is spent going around the hotel and casino, I have to draw focus to this hotel beachfront draped in gorgeous sunset, with the Corona Mountain volcano and Pina Park's Ferris wheel looming in the distance. Definitely a top-tier hangout spot on the island. Its soundtrack has this twangy edge to it that really exemplifies a hot, sticky summer evening to me. Noki Bay is great with its lush green cliffs, distinct seashell towers, and crystal clear waters. The verticality of this level makes it deceptively larger to fully explore than you might expect. There's a refreshing, calming vibe about this area for sure. Feels like getting away from the hustle and bustle and being immersed in raw nature. It's the only level in which you can't see any of the others in the background, solidifying the feeling that it's a hidden gem away from the tourist spots. Pina Park is essential for the holiday resort feeling, offering an island amusement park with a huge roller coaster, Ferris wheel, and the slightly risky pirate ships, which for some reason do a full 360 spin, and even has its own cute little beach with sunflowers on it. The view from the top of the Ferris wheel is immense as well, and you can see almost every other level in the game from up here, not to mention all the good vibes on offer in levels like Gelato Beach. This place has sand sculptures, a watermelon festival, a coral reef, a swing set over the ocean, and a big annoying sandbird who makes my hands sweat and my heart still with pure fear. I gotta say, I love all the details like seeing the variety of fish swimming in the ocean throughout the game, as well as the butterflies and birds. It really is a game brimming with life and little touches. And the interconnectivity of the levels makes the immersive feel never really stop. Pianta Village too. This must be like the spot which people go to experience real Pianta culture. None of that tourist trap bullshit. We got the Fluff Festival, these massive palm trees. It's cool as well that each level will have its own quirky cast of Pianta NPCs who will be seen throughout each of the level's 8 episodes. I can't speak enough about the amount of love put into making Aldefino such a definitive, tangible setting. There's even this little blink and you'll miss it moment where you can see that Aldefino is actually just one of an archipelago of islands. There's just no faulting the bright, breezy tone of sunshine for me. Yeah, the game might have led to more than a few instances of childhood trauma and seething rage through how unpolished and janky a few of these shine missions are, but for the most part, this is still a standout Mario title, and surely one of the best, most focused summer video games. Another pick for a top summer game for me has to be A Short Hike. A great case of a game being exactly what you expect from the title. You're a little penguin who's sent to the countryside for her summer holiday, and she decides to go on a hike to the top of the mountain. Summer for me has always been about adventures, even if they're low stakes. A Short Hike compiles various seasonal aesthetics, starting from the sunny beaches, into a leafy autumnal forest, and eventually the snowy mountaintop. But above all, the spirit of this game has always felt similar to a summer day filled with opportunities. Lazily wondering what to do and then just going out and exploring, doing something new. That's what summer's all about. Climb all the way up top to the mountain, reflect on life, and then glide all the way back down to right where you started. A perfect loop. A Short Hike is a massive success in spite of its brevity. You can rush through it and finish it in under an hour, or really soak in the game's vibrant setting filled with twee side characters and little side quests. Or you can just fish and fish and fish. It's a game about catching a vibe, and the vibe is excellent. Above all, it's just a great little game about the power of going outside. Meet people, have fun, and see beautiful sights. You can even work to make yourself stronger, faster, and an overall better penguin. Unbelievable that this was made by just one guy too, because they assemble entire teams of people to try and get close to achieving what this game is able to. Kingdom Hearts is set over various Disney worlds, and I wouldn't say that overall it's a summer game, but this opening on the original tropical island themed world of Destiny Islands has always stuck with me. While Kingdom Hearts is often most remembered for its core Disney crossovers or increasingly convoluted and melodramatic JRPG plotting, it's easy to forget the initial moments that draw you into this game's world. After a surreal opening is ambiguously revealed to be the lead character's idle daydream, we're let loose to explore Sora's home of Destiny Island. There's a childlike sense of aimless angst. These kids are just lazing away, pondering their grander destiny of escaping to other worlds. This is then granted as Sora's lazy summer daydreams spiral into a living nightmare, as darkness takes over the islands, taking away his two best friends at the same time, casting them all ashore into different worlds. This isn't a very big area at all, but with its cheery music, bright blue waters, and lush green foliage, it's an idyllic start, with sparkling warm sunsets bookending each day, paired with chats between characters of how they aspire to achieve more. You don't actually spend much time on Destiny Islands, but they end up a defining location of the series. Its carefree beginnings mirror the low-stakes opening of both Disney animations and classic Squaresoft RPGs. Now, Kingdom Hearts 2's opening carries on the torch of the original in a very interesting way. It follows a new character, Roxas, in the last days of his summer vacation as he hangs out with his friends each day in the permanent sunset glow of Twilight Town. This is an intro I know a lot of people used to bemoan the extended length of, but I always loved it so much. It expresses this feeling of end of summer melancholy. You're grasping at the last few days before returning to school, trying to finish your class project, spending time with your buddies, and lazily roaming the town. It's a long intro, but you really get settled in with Roxas as the protagonist, and so even if you're expecting it, the switch to Sora that comes a few hours in feels inevitably bittersweet. As it turns out, it's something a lot more dramatic than just going back to school which awaits Roxas at the end of his summer holiday, as he's plagued with cryptic dreams, visions, and surreal encounters which toy with his perception of reality, making him wish for the return of his simple, lazy summer days spent with his friends. Twilight Town itself is a lot of fun to spend time in. You got the skateboards, Final Fantasy cameos, including the GOAT, Vivi. Its sunset glow thematically ties in with the feeling of summer coming to an end. I don't think many other pieces of media work in the sort of end of summer anxiety, as well as this introduction to KH2 managers. There's a growing sense of melancholy as Roxas's world starts to be torn apart. I'll always think his remarks at the close of this segment, just before the game's title card is revealed, to be one of the standout moments of this entire game series.
You're lucky. Looks like my summer vacation is over.
It rewards repeat plays as well once you get your head around the full context of this segment of the game. So I bet you're wondering, how do they continue on this theme in Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, unfortunately they don't really. Either if you count 0.2 fragmentary passage as the intro, or the game itself, which jumps pretty much right into the thick of things, the end of summer coming of age sort of theme is absent from the intro, which is a shame. Still probably my favorite arcade game, Outrun 2 is a pure sunny day racing experience. Starting off at the beach and going on a road trip all across some jumbled up version of Europe mixed with North and South America, I guess. There's nothing like the absurd whiplash of going from the San Francisco Bay Area to the Scottish Highlands and then to Easter Island all in one race. I do love it when a game exists in the super heightened version of the real world, with the familiar locations and real life Ferraris, but crazy larger than life driving physics and geography that imagines the world as one long racetrack. The way drifting feels in this game is unmatched. Especially playing it on arcade hardware. It's butter smooth and so rewarding to chain drifts together and slip slide about. You can really enter a flow state and start letting the game play you. What better time for a road trip than during summer? And for me, Outrun 2 is the peak balls to the wall summer road trip game. In terms of pure adrenaline rush sightseeing, what else could even compare? While we're on the topic of classic Sega arcade games, it would be a crime not to mention the bright blue skies of the West Coast USA as seen in Crazy Taxi. When I was a kid, this is what I thought America was really like. My frames of reference were The Simpsons and games like this. I guess it's not really too dissimilar from the real thing now that I think about it. It was unfortunately ahead of its time in packing the game with real-life consumer spots as taxi destinations. Crazy Taxi Walk, so Fortnite could sprint full speed at you and ask you to purchase every product on Earth. Honestly, Crazy Taxi holds up. Its bum rock soundtrack and stilted voice acting only add to its balls to the wall vibe. The original West Coast level has a lot of larger than life character. It's a big area which will take a good few rounds for you to get your head around the location, with ample opportunity for shortcuts as you grow to understand the layout more. Not to mention, the core gameplay loop is surprisingly fun just to grind away at. It's a simple idea that's executed so well. Let's hope the upcoming reboot can also be added to the Summer Games canon. We're back to the GameCube again. While Zelda had previously tried an island adventure in the Game Boy outing, Link's Awakening, Wind Waker was the game that truly went all out and built an entire reimagining of Hyrule as a series of islands on the sea. I could spend hours talking about Wind Waker. It was my first Zelda game and also the first game I played that had such an epic scope. As such, it became an obsession very quickly, and still to this day, Zelda is my favorite game series. And I doubt that's ever changing. Anyway, Wind Waker is a certified summer game. It goes a long way to have so much bright blue water and islands lined with palm trees as well as rolling beaches. Sailing across the ocean is surely the peak of summertime adventure. While Breath of the Wild would later perfect the feeling of exploration in this sort of game, it's worth noting the joy of sailing around, exploring different islands in the Great Sea, filling out the map by feeding the talking fish. It really was a bit of a proto-Ubisoft formula game in some ways. Wind Waker is great, with such a keen sense of adventure, timeless art style, and buckets of extra content, on top of an already fairly meaty main quest. But we're here to talk about summer beach vibes today, so I'll give you my top 5 summer chill spots across the Great Sea where you can lay down, drink some Lon Lon milk, and smoke a fat Deku leaf with the boys. This is a great tiny little island. It has the essentials that you'd need to chill. There's a beach, you got a little fort, and it's even got a mailbox in case you need to keep up with your mail. I like this little bridge over the beach too. This one has no beach, but the palm trees and free-step waterfall is pretty ideal. You can chill in the sun, in your own little private pool by yourself while at sea, totally isolated from the world. Outset Island, boom, easy choice. It's one of the few populated islands in Wind Waker, and also the home of Link. Small, slow, peaceful village vibes. Kinda reminds me of Kingdom Hearts Destiny Islands in terms of its place in the game's opening and coming of age sort of themes. This bit here is great because you have the beach and a large watchtower to look over the island and across the sea, plus being close to civilization probably helps. It's nice to feel connected to others, though bear in mind, and despite me just saying that spending time with others is cool, you gotta keep an eye on this goober harassing you with his snotty nose. Points deducted for the personal space invasion. Windfall Island stands alone as the primary hub of the Great Sea. This bit down here with the beach and this little cave is a top tier spot, honestly. Or you could come up here to the bench and sit down gazing towards Dragon Roost Island with the fat ass dragon sitting atop. There's a bit more hustle and bustle here, but sometimes that's the move over solitary confinement. Head to the pub with the lads if you want as well. Okay, top pick. Maybe an obvious choice, but the private oasis for me is the top summer chill spot across the Great Sea. It has a good mix of what you want. Palm trees, a beach, waterfall, as well as this little cabana next to your own holiday home. I'd recommend not checking out the basement though, or it might change your opinion of this little private resort into a personal nightmare. Quickfire Round, let's go. Sonic has some peak beaches. Emerald Coast from Sonic Adventure, now that's true peak baby. Crystal blue waters, rich green palm trees, and a killer whale on a rampage, even with this little grove to break up the beach. If 6th generation consoles were the beach generation, and Sonic Adventure is the first 6th gen game, then it set the tone absolutely correct. Even today, Emerald Coast set the blueprint for a certain type of Sonic level, which is seen replicated in Heroes with Seaside Hill, or Sonic 06 with Wave Ocean. You can't forget Besaid Island from Final Fantasy X either. This place is pure bliss, really beautiful nature accompanied by possibly my all-time favorite music track from a video game. It's worth checking out the different theme it has in the Charlie's Angels styled sequel too, which carries the torch in a fun way. This area with the waterfalls always stuck with me. It managed to make the setting of this game feel exotic and otherworldly, and Besaid is one where the exotic feeling comes out in full force. Treasure Trove Cove, I could mention it just for its tropical soundtrack alone, but this pirate-themed Banjo-Kazooie stage is also just a really well-designed platforming level in general. But watch out for this sinister shark in the water with his own Jaws theme going. The golden yellow sand, dock pirate ship, giant sandcastle, and even a stoic lighthouse atop a hill. It's a really memorable level and always a defining image of Banjo-Kazooie that I conjure up in my head. But what about the secret beach in Stone Hill from the original Spyro the Dragon? Top tier liminal space with a little cave. Luckily, Spyro 2 ups its game by introducing the Dragon Shores Resort, with its little private beach scene here. This one is great because you get to bask in a Spyro skybox while at the beach. That's the vibe you'd want to catch. If we go back to Mario, then we gotta shout out the Beach Bowl Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. This is the galaxy for the chilling vibers for sure. It carries the spirit of sunshine into space. These penguins get a chance in the sun this time around instead of the Piantas. Sunshine's ethos is also represented in Mario Kart Double Dash, with Peach Beach featuring sprawling sands, and you can even see the Daisy Cruiser docked up, which is another track in the game which I always thought was quite a novel idea. Combined, you get a set of straight summer vibes on display here. Lastly, can't forget the iconic opening moments of the original Crash Bandicoot, washing up on Insanity Beach and then working your way up from the coast inland into the jungle. It's a great introduction to the island setting, and I always did love the correlation between the island map screen and each level. It's kinda like a proto-Mario Sunshine in that regard. Similar to Emerald Coast in Sonic, this beach is one that became a piece of Crash iconography and repeatedly would make appearances in the series. Crash Team Racing has Crash Cove as well, which positions a pirate-style cove as the first track in the PS1 racing game. The exotic shipwreck feel to the location always stuck out in my mind. Most of the games I've mentioned today are stuff that I have a strong nostalgic attachment to, but this final game is one I played just recently and found it to be quite extraordinary. This is Boku no Natsuyasumi 2, a Japanese exclusive life sim game which is a deeply personal reflection of childhood summer holidays in Japan. I've saved this one for last because it might actually be the best summer game in a lot of ways. First, right off the bat, great cover art, pure blue skies and water. You can already feel the summertime bliss radiating off this thing before you even put the disc in the PS2. Set in a tiny seaside village on the Izu Peninsula, southwest of Tokyo, you join your aunt, uncle, and 2 cousins for a month in their bed and breakfast. Guests come and go, and you can get to know the other inhabitants as they go about their routines and do different things each day. There's no goal in this game. It's open-ended, where on an unseen time limit, you explore the village and talk to various characters, catch bugs, go fishing, swimming, or even take part in bug sumo matches. As the days progress, you'll unlock more places to explore and meet new characters along the way too. It's pure slice of life. Boku is presented through a classic Resident Evil style fixed camera angle with pre-rendered backgrounds, which are beautiful. I felt so immersed in the seaside village, and yeah, the tank controls take a little while to warm up to, but these backgrounds are worth it for making this setting feel so lived in and detailed. More so than anything else I've come across, this game really gets those nostalgic childhood summer memories flooding back. Even though this game is set in an entirely different country, time period, and culture to how I grew up, there's a sense of universal shared nostalgia for childhood involved, which got me daydreaming back to my own seaside summers growing up. There are so many low-key moments in this game which really stuck with me. It feels so down-to-earth and honest in its portrayal of a quiet, homely summer. While the aesthetics are excellent, it feels like it taps into something beyond that through potent emotional beats and the nostalgic framing. One thing I also found nostalgia in was the pre-mobile phone sense of planning your day, like picking a meetup spot for the next day and keeping to a schedule so you know where to find people. It had me warmly thinking back to the core of my childhood, taking place just before the iPhone would change the world. Characters intertwine with one another, and as you're playing from the perspective of a little kid, a lot of them open up around you in ways that they might not with someone their own age. So you can kind of be a fly on the wall to what's going on in their lives. I love how the little kid main character is written to have such a genuine childlike sense of curiosity and wonder. Sometimes he'll completely miss the point of what the adults will tell him, or maybe he'll occasionally come up with a thoughtful response that catches them off guard with his innocent optimism. Each character is fairly memorable, and you can pick and choose your favorites to prioritize spending time with each day. The voice acting is strong, and praise has to be highlighted for having the little kids actually sound like little kids here, which helps towards the immersive feeling the game conjures up. There's even this foreigner character, Simon, whose voice acting clearly indicates that Japanese is not his first language, with a more methodical, slightly stilted way of speaking. There's such great attention to detail in places like this. Driving home the nostalgic framing is occasional narration from the lead character, as an adult, as he reflects on memories. It goes to show how parts of your childhood seem normal and routine at the time, but can become treasured memories as you grow older. The game's writing is reasonably mature, nuanced, and covers some honest, heartfelt topics. It's by no means a kiddie game, despite the kid protagonist and cutesy art style. There's a sense of quiet melancholy across the cast, as the characters at various points in their life reflect on the past, present, and future. There's a real life-affirming and honest sort of feel to this game for sure. I can't recommend this game enough. It's astounding that something so compelling, along with other games in its series, has officially never left Japan. It makes you wonder just how many other incredible pieces of art we might be missing out on due to the language barrier. We're lucky a group of dedicated fans have provided an unofficial English translation, so I can't thank them enough for providing me the opportunity to experience this title. Boku no Natsuyasumi 2 is a game about nostalgia that is very thoughtful and summons fuzzy feelings from your own hazy memories, harkening back to a time when life was a lot more simple. However, what makes it truly special is that it manages this in combination with smart writing that doesn't hide more adult topics and themes. It's a great game that artistically tries something very interesting, aiming to create a simulation of something so specific and personal, and yet managing to hit home universal feelings of childhood nostalgia. I really did find so much value in playing Boku. Its quiet, nature-focused ambience, low-key conversations, and down-to-earth exploration definitely felt like a welcome breath of fresh air. For me, summer nostalgia is best represented by an evening glow peeking through the trees, electric pylons above vast farm fields punctuated by a soft sunset, a salty sea breeze and the sound of gulls as the waves gently crash against the shore, the feeling of the town coming alive with festivity in contrast to the quiet winters, the lush green grass turning a dry yellow during a heatwave. But everyone's experience of childhood summers are going to be different. I found that Boku paints such a specific painting of childhood nostalgia and lets you share that unique experience through technology, right down to the minute details. However, despite its specificity, the broader strokes it makes can help it feel relatable still. There's a realistic sense of bittersweetness to the game. From the start, Boku's stay with his aunt and uncle is capped at 1 month long, the same amount of time kids get off school in Japan. It's inevitable that summer will end. You just have to ensure that you make the most of it. But how any one person makes the most of it is up to them. Whether you want an action-packed adventure-filled summer, or something more simple and homely. There's a lot which can make summer special. It's the moments you spend sharing with others, the refreshing sense of reduced worries. Maybe you'll go on holiday or have time off school or work. Unless you're lucky enough to live somewhere tropical, or are rich enough to chase summer all around the world, summers seem to always end up fleeting. That's why there's a lot of value in a game like Boku no Natsuyasumi, a virtual escape to simulate those feelings of an aimless summer day packed with opportunity. It's a way to have a summer experience in the dead of winter. Similarly, a short hike in Wind Waker can put the feeling of a summer adventure onto the screen, and let you experience something larger than life, yet still hit on true feelings. There's also a lot of value in a game which can capture the festivity of summer, like an island getaway in Super Mario Sunshine, or an action-packed road trip in Outrun 2, rushing through your shift in order to get out in the evening. Of course, we also can't forget the way Kingdom Hearts and its sequel put forward the feelings of end-of-summer melancholy so well, matching a unique contextual summer feeling to the game's characters and themes in a way that ends up so memorable. While nostalgia as a whole feels incessantly commodified these days, with so much focus on artistically redundant endeavors like remakes, I like to focus on the value that the medium of video games is able to bring in evoking nostalgia for our own memories. It's easy to dig up nostalgia by referencing a product or character that we remember from our childhood, but I think these games I've touched on today do something that's simultaneously broader and more specific, aiming to trigger your own personalized memories of summer. Not only that, but they can inspire you either in summer or other seasons to try new things, gain inspiration to do that road trip, go on that hike, try sailing a boat, or even just to appreciate the little things and soak in the simple beauty that life can often bring. This has been a Sleepy Core production. Thanks for watching and see you next time.